Now to the staggering death toll from toxic drugs. How many more deaths are we willing to accept? That's a question being asked by the chief coroner as BC hits another record for overdose deaths. More than 200 people died in October, and many say to quickly stop the deaths, we need to get users away from street drugs. CTV's Binder Sudjan looks at where the province is at on that.
201 people died of overdoses in October, a new record. Desperation is setting in.
I heard of women hitchhiking 2 to 3 hours in order to access safe supply.
Hitchhiking along the Highway of Tears, says the addictions minister, where many women have vanished.
That's not access. That's not just access to safe supply. And that is exactly the work that our healthcare system is doing.
Health authorities are implementing plans to prescribe opioid alternatives. Deb Bailey lost her daughter to addiction in 2015.
It's not that what the government has been doing about addiction is not good. It's great, more treatment beds and their campaign on stigma, that's good. But that in itself is not going to stop this current crisis, which is happening because the street drugs are poison.
Some doctors, many stretched to their limits during the pandemic, aren't convinced safer supply is the way to go.
We're asking people to do, this complicated task on top of their fatigue and burnout, on top of the fact that we don't have concrete guidance.
It is killing people at an alarming rate. So is it going to be a perfect model? I don't think so. But I don't think we need to look for perfect right now.
With 1,782 toxic drug overdoses, 2021 is the deadliest year to date. 71% of the dead aged 30 to 59, 79% men.
It's a struggle, right? And, it's one that we honestly really want to be a part of, and we've offered to give those solutions and work with this government.
There's no single or quick solution to stop the deaths, but it's clear what's being done now isn't working.
An emergency requires an urgent response. How many more deaths are we willing to accept?
Binder joins us now. Binder, so heartbreaking. What is the Canadian Drug Policy Coalition, which advocates for a science-based approach, saying about this?
Yeah, well, Mi Jung, they're calling on the College of Physicians, Pharmacists and Nurses to be a bigger part of the solution here. And Minister Malcolmson says the province is working with the colleges to address questions that any potential prescribers of safer supply may have. At the same time, the chief coroner says there is an ethical imperative to act quickly, saying pilot projects have shown that this can save lives. Mi Jung?